Well, it's a pleasure, as Toby said, to be here with you and to certainly be in a position to be on a panel with some very distinguished professionals in the business of sustainability, development, and well-being. So let me start by saying that I'm probably the oddball in this crowd. I'm not from that kind of academic world or the structured architecture world that Toby spoke of, but I come from the entertainment business. So in a few minutes, I'm just going to draw a circle and kind of help you understand how we believe entertainment and all the aspects of entertainment work together to help develop new destinations and new communities. Entertainment to us is a critical part of our life. We all believe entertainment is a day-to-day opportunity and challenge for us, but most importantly, we think entertainment is a key component to happiness. And everybody understands what entertainment is, but none of us really understand what entertainment is. Let me say first by saying that I guess at this point, I think of entertainment as something that happens every moment of your life. It's just different. So as we start looking at what entertainment is, the definition of entertainment, now what we think of entertainment is maybe a movie, right? Maybe a great book, maybe a wonderful piece of theater, a play. Makes us laugh, makes us cry, makes us think. Maybe it doesn't make us so happy, but it certainly makes us wonder. Entertainment is integral to our day-to-day living. It is, in essence, an experience. So what is that experience? These days, entertainment has become a commodity where we can assess a value to it. So entertainment in my life is a way to make a living. In any other development, it's an opportunity for revenue and an opportunity to make that project, the things that Toby talks about in such great detail, an opportunity to actually make it worthwhile, make it worth doing for the average guest, but also make it worth the investment that it takes. In our business, entertainment is equal to the experience. So we consider the experience, your day-to-day life is an experience, but any moment at time that you're involved in a piece of entertainment, you're having an experience. And I think it's important for us to remember that that's what the entertainment is. It's personal, it's individual, it's corporate, it's shared, it's subjective, but in any case, entertainment is everywhere. It's hard to list all the forms of entertainment, but it's surely something that we know when we experience it. Entertainment is at its core an experience, which further highlights the importance of the experience in the creation and success of significant products, destination, and living environments. Books have been written about the experience economy. The experience economy written by academics as they study how the experience economy works. I'm not sure they really know, but I think the answer is they know it's important. They know it's important to us as individuals, but they also know it's important to the development industry. These days, the entertainment and the experience hits us in design everywhere. You go to themed restaurants or themed stores. All of these seem to be focused on the idea that they can bring an experience, a unique experience, to a shopping or a dining opportunity. Therefore, they can enhance the revenue opportunity, increase the length of stay or the dwell time, and make it a memorable experience. Themed retail has become worldwide. No place you can go in any major or second or third level city where you don't find retail stores that are heavily themed and in some cases interactive, where you can actually be involved in the retail business. How important this is is becoming more substantial these days because location retail is fighting its way through the battle of online retailing. Online retailing is the biggest threat to location retailing there is. Therefore, more and more retail stores are providing an experience that you can't get online. Let me take you back a little ways to the genesis of experience in entertainment. Everybody knows this gentleman, Walt Disney, some 60 years ago, was at the height of developing film, media, television, theater, and he was a dreamer, he's a visionary. He at one point decided, how can I take the success I'm having with creating entertainment on the screen or on a television and take it out of the home or out of the theater and produce an immersive environment. Walt Disney was the first designer of experience. We can say he designed theme parks, we can say he designed films and media, but what he was really designing was an experience. That's what he was creating, and he knew that. We all just were watching as it developed. He established a business, an industry that nobody else thought of, the theme park business. He created it, perfected it, the industry has followed, and now a lot of other companies are doing the very same thing. Billions of dollars are invested in theme parks every year. Big companies growing ever larger based on theme parks. ITEC Entertainment, this is my company, I'm the president of ITEC Entertainment, and we are the beneficiaries of what Disney thought to do some 60 years ago, 62 years ago. We're a designer and producer of themed attractions. We do this worldwide for the biggest companies and the largest developers in the world. What we do primarily is to design experience. We have rides, we have shows, we have immersive environments, we have fun, but what we are designing for is an experience. We want people to come to these attractions, to have a group experience, an individual experience. We want them to spend money, but what more importantly, we want them to come back again and again and again. Theme parks are specifically designed to draw people back more than once. It isn't a singular experience. We use all the tools of the trade, tools that most of you have heard about but don't really necessarily understand. So we use technology, we use creative design, we use storytelling, which is where Walt Disney started telling stories so many years ago, and he evolved those stories into what we consider guest experiences in immersive environments like theme parks. We want people to not only experience entertainment, but we want them to interact with their entertainment. A sustainable entertainment experience is one that you don't just sit and watch, but that you participate in. So the reason I'm here with you today is to confirm a kind of an evolution of what we do in the theme park and themed entertainment attraction design business, entertainment design, experience design. It has evolved. It's grown up. So these days, 20 to 30% of our work is non-theme park related. It takes the processes we've studied and learned over the years in developing themed attractions and begins to apply them to other platforms. So for instance, we work in airports and transportation systems. Everybody's been through airports and it's a miserable, miserable experience. These days, airports are looking for techniques to make that experience more pleasurable. There's no surprise to us that airports are becoming shopping malls. For some reason, people think that's a pleasurable experience, and they're becoming more and more. It also gives the airport a chance to generate revenue separate from the ticketing and the air travel. We also work in out-of-home technology. We take the same entertainment design experience and apply it to technologies that are not theme park and not in-home entertainment. This is an example where we created a television broadcast, or basically a broadcast system on a piece of technology we created for theme parks and applied it to mobile systems. This happens to be bus. City buses going in major cities and secondary cities where we bring in entertainment and content to the bus to make that experience, that often miserable experience of riding a city bus, more pleasurable. So this piece of technology, wireless-based, internet-based, provides entertainment to the passengers. It also provides information. It's GPS triggered so that as your bus comes up to a stop, the commercials for those businesses that are at the stop come on at the same time. So we're providing them information, bus stop information, as well as commercial information. We also make film. Because we make so much media for the theme park business, there's applications for what we do in other businesses. So we create media content for other non-theme park related projects. This happens to be a project that we did. We filmed the first high-definition film ever shot in Israel for a cultural attraction we did in the United States. Theme park technology, theme park systems applied to cultural attractions. Now, these days, as you listen to Toby talk about major architectural statements around the world, they too are embracing how entertainment can be involved and integrated into how these things are designed. So we do projects that are including very interesting and unique resort entertainment, hotels, food service, retail, and all those venues are separate from theme parks. They're in city centers, they're in mixed-use developments. All of them use the experience design to make these projects more unique, more viable. More projects these days are beginning to look like theme parks. City Walk in Los Angeles, conceived to be the front door to a major theme park, but itself has become a major entertainment destination. Live entertainment, programmed entertainment, a city street that stays alive 18 hours a day. How do we translate themed entertainment, the experience design techniques, into real estate? Scary proposition. Real estate developers traditionally are developers of product that generates money in a number of different ways. Lease, sale of land, but more importantly, they develop retail to move product. ITEC Entertainment, when we work with major real estate developers like MQDC, we start with a different approach. Toby goes after the really strong fundamentals to how to create a master development plan. He just went through all of the scientific and kind of creative approaches that he does to create a master plan. We look at it differently. We come at it from the guest experience side. So we literally script what we believe the visitor or the resident of a major piece of real estate development will do. In the theme park business, those of you that have ever been to major theme parks think that you walk around and control your day. That's not true. We control almost every minute of your day. We know what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how long you're doing it. That's the way theme parks make money. In the real estate business, there's a lot of pieces and parts, different venues, different functions. The benefit of bringing entertainment, experience design to that is to look at it from the emotion and the guest experience out. Toby talked about looking at it in the big picture master plan. We look at it from the individual out. So we literally use the same techniques and bring the scripting and storytelling that we would use in theme parks and begin to give a major piece of real estate development a reason to exist, something that ties all of these pieces and parts together. So we know from the experience what somebody does day to day in those projects. We know what the guests do. We know the profile of the guest. We know how long they're going to stay there. We work to keep them there longer dwell time, longer stay, more sales. We look to make their experience special so that the project is viable and sustainable. That leans heavily on the idea that that experience is one that is repeatable and that it creates a memory so that when these people come, they come and remember what they did and are anxious to tell other people, they got to go try this. More and more real estate development is taking on designs, iconic designs, theme designs, beautiful imagery, in part based on story. Disney Springs is a great example of a mixed development entirely developed around a storyline. This is in Central Florida. Central Florida has lots of springs, freshwater springs, so they created a story about a freshwater spring that existed, and this development was created around it over time. 100 years of different types of architecture grew up around that spring. It was the thread that tied the entire development together. So you see the spring in the middle of the development, and then you see the essence and the sensitivities of that freshwater spring and all the natural system work through all of that architecture and through the total experience. Sustainable experience design is based on memories. One party visiting, taking it to another party and making them think they have to go as well. They have to experience it. Memories are important to us in theme parks. Memories are important in real estate development. One thing Walt Disney leaned heavily on, and one of the things he never forgot, was that you can create and build the most wonderful places in the world, but it takes people to make that dream a reality. And when he meant people, he meant everybody from the designers to the people that worked to develop the project to the people that managed and operated the project. All of these people had to be connected with through one thing. That was the story, the guest experience. Some people built one kind of building, some people built another kind of building, some people operated machinery, some people operated landscape. They all understood that there was a thread. This thread that tied the whole thing together was that guest experience. Every person down to the waiters and waitresses know the story. They're taught, they're reminded of the story constantly, and Walt believed, as do we, the best designed projects were not going to succeed unless it was operated correctly, unless those people believed in what they were doing and could bring that experience. And leave everybody with a smile on their face. That was the goal. That is how entertainment design leads to experience design, which leads to real estate development techniques. Thank you.